Welcome Twitch chat and YouTube to a Wednesday night brewing session. Spoilers, we're going on an adventure. I haven't actually got to brew and play with this style of deck since it was the standard Menace for quite a while. But I do think that in theory, it should be strong enough when combined with Blue Power and Forces and Moxen to maybe get us a few wins in the Vintage Leagues. I can't imagine that Bug ever could beat this deck. Just look at how much value we're going to accrue. How could Bug ever contest with Brazen Borrower, copy Brazen Borrower, you know? So yeah, basically I have the standard Adventures shell. So Edgewall Innkeeper, Lucky Clover, Lovestruck Beast, Fae of Wishes, Bonecrusher Giant, and Brazen Borrower. And I put that together with Moxen, Blue Power, some counter spells, Force of Wills, and some vintage Planeswalkers. And then we built ourselves a beautiful Fae of Wishes board featuring Oko, Narset, Strip Mine Tabernacle, Null Rod, Seeds of Innocence, Energy Flux, everything you could ever ask for, really, including another Lucky Clover. So yeah, I actually didn't, like I said, I haven't played any of the standard broken Adventures decks, so I'm pretty excited to get my shot now in Vintage. I think we should be fine against fair decks. We might have a lot of trouble versus Bazaar, but we should be playable versus Shops. So if we see Bug and Golos, which represent something as like 40% of the Vintage metagame right now, we might be okay. But who knows? It might just be a train wreck as well. We'll have to see as we go. See you in round one. All right, here we are. Round one on an adventure. Let's begin. I don't know what I expected, but this certainly has the magic cards we put in our deck. I don't know what I expected. Now, unfortunately, Juan is more of a combo wizard, and this is not the best combo hand, but I don't know. I mean, let's give it a shot. Maybe Juan switched to... Oh, sorry, not Juan? No. Juan? No, it's not Juan. Joan? How do I say my opponent's name? It's not you, it's an O. Joan? Joan Anton? Fuck. Chat, help. My opponent is a powerful wizard. I believe an EU Eternal Weekend champion, if I had to remember correctly. Always plays something interesting. All right, let's start by Heart's Desire. $100,000 channel points on Under. Ye of Little Faith. Yeah. PO is not going to be a good matchup. Oh, we're dead on turn one. You love to see it. Unfortunate. Well, maybe I should have mulliganed, knowing my opponent would be on PO. If only we had a Force of Will in our hand. All right, well, it was a close game. Both teams fought hard. Probably should have mulliganed, knowing my opponent had tendencies to be a combo wizard. So I can bring in a Flusterstorm and a Pyroblast and a Vigor and a Narset. And I'll take out like a Bonecrusher, a Lovestruck Beast, and a Bonecrusher Giant. and an Oko. I think it'd be better to bring the cards in. Fae of Wishes, like normally, like your wish targets are a little bit easier. Fae of Wishes is not easy to cast. Casting Granted is not easy. So I think you'd rather have them in the main deck. Post board. Theoretically, we shouldn't be that bad against PO. I mean, we have some Pyroblast, Flusterstorms. Like, I want to play this hand, but I just can't because we're against PO and it's too unfair. I guess this one is a hand of Magic the Gathering cards. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, I have some permission, which is nice. They rolled a 5. Maybe we'll get them. I'm feeling good about this hand. A Meltdown. I don't really like Meltdown very much. The problem with Meltdown is it's not good against shops. Well, I'm gonna get to like the number one thing you need to do against PO is stop them from doing things. And once you stop them from doing things, it kind of doesn't matter what you do. So the whole idea behind this keep is I have Force of Vigor, Mental Misstep, which should be enough to stop my PO opponent from murdering us. And then eventually we'll figure out a way to win. Maybe we'll draw some Flusterstorms and some Pyroblasts. Who knows? We should change the stream title, huh? My opponent is highly debating their 5-card hand. Well, I don't know when the first time we're going to cast an adventure here is, because I have to dedicate this Lovestruck Beast to the power of Vigor. Oh, how's it going, Raphael? Raphael, how do I say my opponent's name? And also, they're like an Eternal Weekend champion, right? Do cards get returned upon resolution of PO? No, I can respond with PO on the stack and murder their targets, and then they don't even get to draw any cards. It's a good time. You don't want to Force of Vigor when they have PO mana up. I can tell you that much. That would be a bad time. Joe on? I don't know. We're still in the tank here. We're still in the tank. My opponent maybe have gone. Won the very first EU Eternal Weekend. Great. When is EU this weekend? EW this weekend? I don't know. Or this year. I don't know when Eternal Weekend Online will be. I've been trying to figure that out for weeks. Oh yeah, Raphael? What'd you do? Did you punt? What happened? Sorry. Eternal Weekend. I don't know where our opponent went, actually. It's kind of rough to die on turn 1 in game 1 and then sit here for 5 minutes while we figure out mulligans. But I guess that's still better than Paper Magic. Paper Magic is notoriously bad about that. Take forever to resolve mulligans and the match takes no time. I hate shuffling. Just hate shuffling. Baby, come back. You can blame it all on me. Yeah, I probably should have mulliganed my game one hand. That was pretty bad. Like, it was a totally keepable hand against Bug and Fair decks, but against someone who's probably gonna be an unfair Magic the Gathering player. All right, here we go. Let's represent Pyroblast and Flusterstorm and pass to our opponent. They kept 5-card hand. Let's see what they've got going for them. Underground Sea, Mana Crypt, Pearl, Karn. Okay, you got a Karn. Karn typically not a big threat out of PO if you don't let them have mana. So I'm not too worried about PO having a Karn here, because I believe I'm just going to blow these up at the end of turn. My opponent just plussed, which makes sense. I'm just going to blow these up, because they can't PO them right now. And they can't counter this unless they have force. So they have a Karn, but what does Karn really do? Well, turns off my Mox Pearl that I drew, of course. I mean, we're not really winning, especially not if they have another land after this. I assume they find like a Soul Guide Lantern to cantrip with. We'll probably just misstep it. A top in their sideboard? Brutal. Must have boarded down on top here. Thankfully, we had that covered, but we're not in a good spot because of this bad draw. This is something. Still not good for us. Don't think I'm bouncing Karn. Well, could just bounce Karn. If they have like another 1-drop cantripping card in their hand that we don't want them to play. The biggest problem is if they just have a third land, which is kind of likely, but not super likely, then we're going to just die to Saga tokens, in which case we kind of need to be able to Brazen Borrower a Saga token. Which is, all again, not great. This draw is probably going to murder us. I think I'm going to not bounce Karn. Yeah, I mean, they might do nothing. We might just 0-5 and die. That could happen. I could easily see it. But I also feel that if you play Ancestral and 4 Forces, you should be able to cobble together some wins no matter what the contents of your deck are. Yeah, those certainly align. We could have bounced Karn and played a Brazen Borrower. That's certainly a line we could have done. Don't think I need to do that. Huh. You know, I can do that at end of turn, so. So they're not going to get... Now I think I'll do it now so that I can't get Flusterstormed. Gorilla Shaman down some constructs. And there's no Walking Ballista in the format anymore, so... Oh, they're going to force this? There's a Baleful Strix in their deck? Jeez, all right. My opponent's last two cards were Force Baleful Strix, so I guess I have stopped them from doing that. They do get to tutor here, I assume, for a top. Yeah. I mean, we think they probably drew Time Walk, so... Oh, for a Soul Ring, they drew Tinker off the top? Why would you get a Soul Ring unless they drew Tinker or PO, maybe? Yeah, there's just no Ravager shops in Vintage anymore, so there's just no decks playing Walking Ballista, which was a huge portion of the metagame at as early as May of this year. But there's just basically Ravager shops has completely died out, and the only shops deck people play is the Golos prison style shops deck. Golos could play Walking Ballista, this is true. It doesn't currently play Walking Ballista. There's not a lot of room in the Golos deck. You have a lot of spots devoted to things like Crucible and stopping your opponent from doing things. I don't really know what there's to think about super much, seeing as they've already tutored. I feel like after you've tutored, you probably should know what the plan is. We have actual zero plan because our Brazen Borrower got countered, unfortunately. I do believe it would have gotten countered at any point we cast it, but the point we cast it was a pretty decent spot with my opponent only having 2 cards left in their hand. They had to use both the cards that were left in their hand to counter it. All right, we're tutoring for something. Maybe they drew a PO for turn, so they got a Soul Ring, and they're going to go get like a Tormod Script here and PO for 3. That makes a lot of sense in my mind. Soul Guide Lantern. Okay, so it's not PO, so they just got a Soul Ring anyways, and they're just going to cycle this, I assume. Not even going to cycle it right now? Interesting. Well, we're almost to tutor. We have plenty of cards in our sideboard. I don't know if any of them are super good. Oh, you drew a Hull Breacher. Interesting. I guess we have some Okos that we can tutor. Or we could tutor a Bone Crusher Giant and kill the Hull Breacher and then play a Bone Crusher Giant. It's certainly a lot of mana. That's like 9 mana worth of stuff. I mean, it's a 3/2 with no text. Well, now it has text. What's that guy to do? When I want to draw lands, I don't draw lands. When I don't want to draw lands, draw some lands. Yeah, unfortunately, now I can't even, just cycle my Fae. Which would be fine, like a 1/4 flyer, attack this Karn. I assume we're going to die before we do anything relevant in this game. I wonder if my opponent had blue card Force when I cast Vigor. Maybe not. I assume if they had blue card Force, they would have just countered it. If they had done that, then they would have probably been able to Lattice Lock me. I guess they're getting pretty close to Lattice Locking me anyways. A Needle? I have to crack this. Does give them Metalcraft. Maybe I'm not supposed to play this. I kind of feel like they just needled Oko. All right, well, I guess we're not getting Oko. Maybe we'll get Seeds of Innocence. Maybe we'll get the Bone Crusher Giant and stomp all over this whole Reacher. Yeah, I'm not blocking, so. Okay. Well, my 1/4 does block a whole Reacher. So if I like resolve Null Rod this turn and then later on resolve Fae of Wishes, we could block forever. You drew blue card Force? I just want to play Magic, please. It's so fucked. Oh my lord. I can't even play this Fae because I'm going to give them a mana and then they're going to be able to play Lattice. I need to... Nothing ever works. I guess I'll leave this thing back. Yeah, I mean, that PO would kill me. That is a true statement. And they do have the mana to PO, so I guess it all worked out. I'm surprised my opponent doesn't have a Tormod's Crypt in their board. They could have gone Tormod's Crypt and PO in the same turn. Kind of weird. I know I would snap up. Well, maybe they think I have Pyroblast and Fluster, and so they would rather counter Oko. I guess that could possibly be true. Yep. All right, so they're just coming in for 3. So I don't think I need to block this turn. I was kind of just trying to shrug off another attack from the 1/1 that I didn't need, but maybe I shouldn't have because I kind of want to hold open Force, and then if I can draw another blue card, then I can, you know, block and then play Fae of Wishes. Okay, that double blocks. It double blocks, yeah. I could go off, you know, if there wasn't the best card in Vintage in play. Stopping me from drawing. Look at all the cards I could draw. Oh man. You drew an opposition agent? Whatever, I'll just counter it. Oh man. The problem is they drew Flusterstorm opposition agent? I guess there are no blanks that my opponent can draw, because if they drew lands, then they would be getting towards Lattice. But I just want to play Magic, man. I feel like everything I've done has been countered. So brutal. Oh, they're finding something. I'm so sad. Baleful Strix in the sideboard coming in to draw a card. Oh my lord. Oh boy. What a deck. What a deck. I assume they just come in with opposition. Are they going to come in with both? Yeah, I mean, I'm just going to double block. I have no plays. All of my plays suck. I guess theoretically I could single block, draw like a stomp or something. If I had known that they were going to play a bunch of Hold Breachers and Opposition Agent and Baleful Strix, I wouldn't have boarded out 2 Bone Crusher Giants. I hate this game. All right, that went horribly. It went pretty badly. It was my fault for not mulliganing in game 1, but in game 2, we just had no shot. All right, round 2. Shockwave could be on Standstill, or he could be on Doomsday. It's kind of a 50-50. Oh, this hand's fantastic. Keep. Well, it's not Dino Cheerios, it's Dinos. With the O is the Cheerio. Oh, it was a good name. I'm pretty happy with that name, actually. Dinos. 5-color artifacts. I can get down with 5-color artifacts as well. All right, this might be my first time ever casting the card Lucky Clover. So that's exciting. Oh, 5-color anti-artifacts. Well, I just played 2 artifacts. That could be a problem. All right. I mean, we're pretty close to double tutor, so. Oh, a sapphire to steal. Okay. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, why not? How do you feel about this? What's in our sideboard? So we could get like Narset Oko. No, we're not pitching our Fae. We're gonna have so much mana. If this gets... Oh no, is it Doomsday? Is it really Doomsday? Why? Why can't you play something fun? God damn it. All right, so we're gonna get Flusterstorm Narset. I hate Doomsday so much. Okay, well, whenever you cast, is it? Yeah, I guess we make 2 Heart's Desires. The clock is on. Not my favorite draw. Not my favorite draw, but I really would rather have drawn a land so that I could have gone double Fae of Wishes, double granted. All right, boom. I'm gonna get some 1/1 humans. Yeah. Woo! Look at us go. Look at the value. 1 mana for 2 power? Unheard of. Well, let's see. Oh, they're Doomsday. They're Doomsday. Double Underground Sea. It's so sad. This is going to fetch an Underground Sea. They're going to cast Doomsday with Fluster back up. It's so sad, chat. Oh, it's so sad. I'm going to let it resolve. I was really hoping, like, Shockwave has a brewer in him, you know, lots of standstill, crazy standstill decks. But whenever I play against Shockwave recently, Doomsday. Yeah, our league is not going to go well if we have to play against Doomsday and PO every round. I'm not enthusiastic of our chances at that point. Yeah, that is true. That is true, Cho. Yeah, this is fair. We should put a Doomsday hate card to tutor for. No. I'll just queue into whatever. Okay, they didn't kill us. They didn't kill us. I'd like to draw a land or a blue card or a Flusterstorm or a Pyroblast. Or we can just draw a Lovestruck Beast. God damn it. No. If we had drawn a blue card, we could have played our other Lovestruck Beast in peace and then we'd have double counterspell. And then we would have lethal on the table. But I can't really beat a Fluster anyways, so I guess I can beat a Fluster. But I would have to not play anything and change the clock. So am I more likely to win if I play nothing in force, or I'll just put the clock in play and hope they have nothing, I guess. I guess this walks me into days too, but like a land would have been reasonable because we could have double force, or a fluke card would have been reasonable because then we just have double force. But this is not reasonable. Even a stomp would have been close. All right. Gush. Yeah, all right. So if they had nothing else, I could have probably beaten Fluster, but I wouldn't be able to kill them on the next turn. All right, so we want to bring in this Narset and this Flusterstorm and this Pyroblast. Cool. And we will take out Lovestruck Beast, Bone Crusher Giant, Dak Faden. Perfect. Exactly how I drew it up. This always happens though. Like why can't I just play against Bug and Golos? The biggest metagame percentages in the field. Why does it have to be Doomsday? Okay. Okay, hold on. I mean, this is interesting. I think I like the idea of Edgewall Innkeeper into Bone Crusher Giant. Hope I don't die on turn 1. And then I have Time Walk Pyroblast. That kind of vibes. That kind of vibes. Black Lotus makes everything playable. Force? How do I draw Force? Okay. All right. I have 5 power on turn 1. And on turn 2, I can Time Walk. And on turn 3, I have Pyroblast. That's a recipe for success. Probably. Unless we die on turn 1. Look at me stomp. Like, this is me stomping on Doomsday players. True facts. Please don't cast Dark Ritual. Please don't cast Doomsday. Please don't kill me on turn 1. Please. For fuck's sake. Pass the turn and let me kill you with Time Walk. If we draw a Moxen, we actually have Time Walk with Pyroblast backup. Lethal Pyroblast, or lethal Time Walk. So sad. So sad. I think we can win this game. An interesting question is going to be, if we do get to go to our next turn, are we more likely to win by Time Walking or by Pyroblasting? Pyroblast would beat Daze, Negation, Daze and Negation, but Time Walk would beat Fluster, Dispute, things that cost mana, and they both would lose to Force. Unless we draw a Moxen, in which case we can Time Walk and Pyroblast. In which case we would lose to Force and Daze together. Or nothing matters and we die on turn 1. But I don't think we're dying on turn 1 because my opponent is in the tank on this Doomsday, which makes me feel like we've got a chance. It would be pretty cool if my opponent played a turn 1 Doomsday and we murdered them with a Bone Crusher Giant and an Edgewall Innkeeper. I could get behind that. Or I could draw Force. I have, let's see, I have 5 Moxen, a Mana Crypt, 4 Force of Wills. That's 10 draws. Is that it? That's it. No, I can draw Flusters too. 2 Flusters, 12 draws. 12 out of 52. Not the best odds. But it's playable. It's playable odds. It's like less, it's a little bit more than 20, or a little bit less than 20%, a little bit more than 20%. A little bit more than 20%. Yeah. And we don't, Doomsday always has the correct counters. True facts, no one can tell me differently. People who have been in this stream over the past 3 years know Doomsday has the counters. Oh, someone wake me up when September ends, please. Fuck. Oh, all right. We're awake. All right, chat. 12 outs. 12 outer. I drew a Lucky Clover. All right, well, time to find out. Oh, wait, did we decide if Pyroblast is better than casting Time Walk? So 2 dazes, 4, 1 negation, 4 forces, 7, and then 1 force, no negation. 2. They have a force somewhere in their pile. Fluster, no flusters. I don't see a dispute. I think they have a Force of Will in their hand and it doesn't actually matter which one we choose to do. Where are the dazes though? Okay, I see no dazes. So I think we should play around daze and pass with Pyroblast up. I also think I don't know if I would live afterwards if they dazed my Time Walk. I think I would die inside. Or maybe I'm just gonna die no matter what here. Because all they need to do is replay a land and play Preordain Thassa's Oracle. And if I let this resolve, they get Flusterstorm. So, like... Yeah, maybe I should just play... Oh, they had the Force. Okay. All right, well, I had no shot unless I drew one of my 12 outers, so... Whatever. Doomsday turn 2 killed me. That's never happened before. Here we are. Hopefully we'll play some Magic this game. This hand certainly looks like it plays Magic, which I'm excited for. I'm excited for this. Let's do this. All right. Is it a fair Scalding Tarn or an unfair Scalding Tarn? White. Okay, it's an unfair Scalding Tarn, but thankfully we have a Flusterstorm. Oh my god, are you gonna Tinker us on turn 1? I fucking hate this game. This is the worst format of all time. Oh, we're safe. We're safe. Never mind. Never mind. They don't have a Citadel in their deck or something. All right, we can beat that card. That card is so beatable. It's actually hilarious how beatable that card is. We just need one of our 4 Brazen Borrowers. Thanks, Force of Will. You're a real hero. Jesus Christ. I guess I don't really need to brainstorm now. Oof. Wait, we could also get Seeds of Innocence. But we're going to have a lot of artifacts in play. But that is a backdoor plan. I think we just get rid of Soul Ring. Though it does accelerate us. All right, we have 4 hits, so we have time. That's a pretty good one, too. Maybe we do just get a Seeds of Innocence next turn. Oh my god, I can't cast Seeds of Innocence because it costs green. God damn it. What the? Come on, I fetched! I fetched! What if I flux them? Not ideal either, really. So am I supposed to Fey right now? It's not exactly a very good Fey because it... I can still hold up Fluster. I guess I should probably Fey then. The problem is I'm going to lose to this stupid Saga if I go for Seeds of Innocence. I could get the Alpine Moon. I could get the Alpine Moon and then just try to draw Brazen Borrower. This thing does chump block for a turn if I cast it, actually. Why are they tanking on my Soul Ring? They have a mental misstep? Okay, I actually do think I'm going to get Alpine Moon. Never mind. Fuck me. I kind of have to counter this, don't I? I guess they could even have Fluster or Pyroblast after this. I could get Vigor and kill these 2 if I had another green card. All right, sure. Fine. I think I just have to draw Brazen Borrower. Okay, so if I get a Strip Mine, I die. If I get a Alpine Moon, I die. I kind of have to play a Fae. Right now, which buys me... I could get a Nature's Claim for a Construct. But then Brazen Bar isn't out because I could cast it later. Okay, yeah. Trying to find out if they have Flusterstorm. I'm pretty sad about that Brainstorm. Really needed one of my 4 Brazen Borrowers. I feel like they have Force too as their last 2 cards. I can't even force back though because I will just die to the Sphinx. So it doesn't really matter. If they have any answer, I just don't have a choice. Like, all right. So they had Fluster. Oh, it feels pretty bad to lose to that when I have all of these answers in my deck, but they're not here. All right, so it's some kind of Grixis Tinker deck, but they didn't have a Citadel. Or maybe they had a Citadel, but they just thought Sphinx was better, which would be pretty odd. Can't imagine I would ever do that. I mean, I kind of think if it's not Pio, I want to leave most of these things in my tutor board. But maybe I can bring in some of them, like Null Rod and Flux. And Pyroblast. And Flusterstorm. That kind of seems reasonable. Okay, all right, okay. Sure. That's a pile of magic cards. Not a great pile of magic cards, but we can totally beat Sphinx of the Steelwind. We don't really have anything going for us, but who knows, you know? Maybe it'll all work out. Do it. Tinker for a Sphinx. I would allow it. You are allowed to tinker for a Sphinx this turn. How cool is that? You're not allowed to do that though. That's not allowed. All right, how about Fae? Give me a Fae. Fae? Oko. I also am down for an Oko. All right, well, I can't counter anything anymore, but I do have 2 bounces, which is more than 1 bounce. Unless they both get Flusterstormed. This only hits my opponent's cards, right? This card sucks. Whatever. I'm lucky my opponent didn't lead with Soul Ring, or I probably would have misstepped it. I feel like if you have a Pyroblast, you should probably not be leading on Ancestral. What do I know? Classic. Do I just lock my whole board away? It's pretty funny. Classic. All right, well, you have a land. We can beat 2 Saga tokens, let me tell you. I can beat those. Easy. Oh, they don't even have the land. They're not even gonna get any Saga tokens. Hilarious. I drew another fucking Moxen. The classic 5 Moxen Null Rod deck. What is this? Hurkyl's Recall? What do they think I'm doing? Okay, yeah, you got me. They get a construct, so it's true. They bounced 4 artifacts or 3 artifacts, so yeah, I mean, I'm gonna go 0-5 in this league. There's no chance we ever win a game. There's 0 chance we ever win a game. We're gonna go 0-5, 0-10. Oh no. Oh no, what is that? It felt like a fair 2.5 when I started, but I don't know, I guess not. I don't think I need to play Null Rod this. Yeah, fuck it. I'll play Null Rod this turn. What are you gonna do about it? I'm not playing Wicked Wolf. Stop it. What would Wicked Wolf have done in any of the matches we played so far? Not me. Nothing. We would have been dead. Turn 1 dead. Every game. It's a hard... It's an... sure, don't give a fuck. I don't know. I'm just gonna bounce this shit. If your deck didn't play 4 Flusterstorms, then we weren't allowed to play. Demonic Tutor. I sure hope I draw blue cards so I don't get forced here. I feel like I'm gonna get time twisted or something. I want to draw a blue creature so that I can bounce this 2 things and have force backup. All right, dope. Should I do this now or should I wait? No, I should do this now so I don't get Pyroblasted or Flusterstormed. Pew, pew, pew. We did it, chat. We have successfully copied an adventure. So easy. They don't even have a land to follow up with. What are they gonna do? Oh, no, I can't. I don't have any mana though, because I have a Null Rod in play. But it's a blue card. It pitches to force, so seems okay. I don't know, they didn't do anything again. I could really use the land drop, so I could like play my Brazen Bar or cast my Granted. Pyroblast, yep. Yep. What a fantastic game of Magic the Gathering that is happening here. Good lord. Oh my gosh. We're both just sitting here drawing spells. Okay, yeah, all right, fantastic. I don't think we're playing Fae when we have Pyroblast holding open. Oh my lord. This is the longest match we've had all day, so we have to embrace it. Oh, look, they're going to cleanup step. They pitched a Dak Fade and stop giving me Fae of Wishes. I just want land drops. I guess this is 2 forces, so. All right, they're gonna pitch to discard again. All right, okay. Oh no, they're gonna play something. Lightning Bolt targeting me. Fantastic. I allow it. Another Lucky Clover. I don't think I'm casting another Lucky Clover. I probably can resolve a Lucky Clover. What's the worst that could happen? They resolve something with double force backup, I guess. Okay, they hit the land, the turn. Okay, I figured they were gonna not play a spell even if they hit a land because they wanted the end of turn Hull Breacher me. I drew another Lucky Clover. Fantastic. All right, here. I hope this is just fucking Hull Breacher so I can Pyroblast it. Classic Hull Breacher. Yep, classic Hull Breacher. Nice Magic the Gathering card. Nice Magic the Gathering card. Force? Oh, I'll just force back. Blue? Blue? Are we twisting? We're Gnar setting. This really shouldn't be that good, but I can't hit my land drop, so... just gonna force it, I guess. All right, can I get my land drop or like triple stomp or something? I don't know. Another force, fantastic. Okay, yep. I mean, Hurkyl's Recall is pretty good against me here, you know? Bounce 3 Lucky Clovers. There's value. All right, they don't have any more spells. I wonder what they tutored for. They did Demonic Tutor at one point in this game. All right, here we go. We can now cast Brazen Borrower. Everything is great in the world. Oh boy. They have another one? An opposition agent? I guess it's fine. Yeah, I'm gonna still take 3, and I'm gonna play a Brazen Borrower, and maybe we'll draw another blue card or something. I bet I draw a land next turn after I got rid of all my Fae. Painters or Ninja? I liked my Painter deck, my Oswald Painter deck. I thought that was pretty cool. God damn it. This game. I think that you should play Tinker or Bug or Golos. I mean, I think you should play Tinker or Golos, really. Oh, I guess I probably should have done this in the upkeep or something. Whatever. Think of how good this Flusterstorm's gonna be. I mean, my Null Rod was a sideboard tutor target against decks that cared more than me, which my opponent certainly does. I mean, Bug, you should probably stop playing Bug because it has a subpar win rate. You think I should target the Soul Ring with the actual one and 3 copies on the agent? Why? Oh, because this is gonna fizzle? Right. Yeah, I've actually never played this, yes, that makes sense. Well, I wanted to put at least 2 on it because I didn't want it to get pyroblasted, but you are right. I probably should have just put, 1. I've literally never done this before, so that makes sense. I bet I draw another Mox in this turn anyways, right? All right, well, I have an answer to this stupid opposition agent, I guess. Yeah, it would have been really nice to put a Borrower into play at the end of turn. That would have put me on a 2-turn clock instead of a 4-turn clock. That would have been nice. All right, I'm out of Force of Wills. I feel like we could have generated so much card advantage, but we just have not. Well, I mean, it wouldn't have changed anything because, like, still gonna die. We still lose the race. Unless we draw our Stomp. I don't know, man. Whatever. Who cares? Oh, I'm so sad, dude. I just want to win a game. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have pitched. I mean, I they also would have gotten pyroblasted, but I don't think that changes anything, right? So, all right, in the O3 bracket, we have Cena Luris. So it's either mono white or Jeskai or Breach. So it's winnable. It's winnable. It's totally winnable. Keep. Come on, Plains. Let's go. It's a Plains. Uh-oh. Yeah, I don't give a fuck. Nice fucking grizzly bear. How many granted have we resolved? None. We have taken nothing for granted. Yeah. All right. Are you ready, mono white player? Are you ready to lose to a standard deck? Because you're gonna. It's not even bad. That's not even bad. I might Brazen Borrower it though. I might just Brazen Borrow it to not have to pay for it. Seems like value. I want to draw like a green source probably, or I can just hold up Force and Brazen Borrower. Probably also reasonable. Time Walk. Okay, well, we're gonna do that instead. So we're going to Heart's Desire. And Time Walk. And then we'll go to our next turn. And then we can do like, if we draw a blue card, we could just like play a Lovestruck Beast. We might just play a Lovestruck Beast anyways. If we draw a blue land, we can play a Lovestruck Beast and play a Brazen Borrower. My opponent's gonna lose to Adventures. We need to punish them for playing Lurrus mono white. That can't be allowable. Another Edgewall Innkeeper. Would it have not been better to just cast the beast? Maybe. But now I have 2 Edgewall Innkeepers. Doesn't seem good though. Well, I think in the long term it makes the most sense. I guess if we get Ghost Quarter, it's kind of annoying. No, it doesn't actually matter. We just pay. Seems greedy not to draw a card. What's the worst that could happen? My opponent is playing White Weenie. What about drawing 2 cards? If they had a Wasteland, they would have already Wastelanded me. I guess they just didn't Wasteland me for some reason. I don't think it makes any sense. If my opponent had a Wasteland, they should have already played Wasteland. Maybe I just sacrifice this Mana Crypt. We don't have to keep paying for it. Yeah, maybe. Maybe I should have just drawn a card. It's definitely possible. Fuck me, man. Yeah, maybe you're right. I don't know. I would have just drawn a Lovestruck Beast and been angry. Maybe I'll lose to Mono White because I died to a single Wasteland. You're seeing an O10 deck. Literal 0 game wins. And now I'm going to do the most embarrassing thing, which is lose to White Weenie. I think that maybe the casting the spell was greedy as fuck, and maybe I should have just played a Lovestruck Beast on that turn. I mean, I don't care. I mean, if you made me play a Vintage Tournament, I would rather play my deck than my opponent's deck. They didn't decide to put it in their hand. No Lurrus, I guess. Interesting choice. I guess I can't pay for Arbiter Path if they have one, which is kind of annoying. Strip Mine. Yeah, Wasteland's a fucking great card. Absolutely. Fantastic. This is literally just going to get strip mined. Well, if we were winning a little bit more, I'd be having a better day. I think I have to get this strip mine because I need my green source to live. I don't fucking know. They're just strip mining at random times. Yeah. I mean, we're not losing. All right, I'll block. Fuck it. Path, maybe? No. We're not losing because our opponent's deck doesn't really do anything either, but we're not winning. We're definitely not winning. Perfect. They attacked with their 2/2 that we wanted to not be in play, and thus gave us the opportunity to have a green source when we want it. Fantastic. Just peak mono white gameplay. Oh, fuck, 2 ghost quarters. All right, well, 2 ghost quarters is a problem. Two ghost quarters is an issue. Yeah, I'm willing to trade off this board. I'm willing to do that. This is fine. Oh, fucking hell. Oh, I can't counter this because I have to counter Lurrus if they ever decide to put Lurrus in their hand. They have never decided to put Lurrus in their hand, but if they ever were to decide to put Lurrus in their hand, that's a good draw. We can just murder this thing now. Get rid of one of their ghost quarters. No! They top decked the Karakas? This is the worst game of Magic ever! Come on! This is ridiculous! Oh, good God. Oh, man. I could lose my Sapphire and only save my Soul Ring and then do this at some point, but... Perfect. Counter that, asshole. Draw 3. That can only be good for me. Yeah, that's right. Oh, what are you gonna do now? I take 2 to go to 7. Yes. Yeah, I probably made a mistake in not casting my Questing Beast. I agree, not me. I agree. Isn't it much more interesting to give my opponent a fighting chance? Oh my God. All they have drawn is land destruction. Yeah. Why aren't they getting the Lurrus? What is happening? Oh my Lord. Where's the Lurrus? All right. Oh, I actually didn't count my mana here. I didn't actually need to play that. Oh my God, I'm gonna lose all my tropical islands. Fantastic. They have a Lurrus. They can't have a Flash Storage Creaser. That's not how this game works. Literally not allowable. So I kind of want them to Ghost Quarter me sooner rather than later so I can get this stupid island out of my deck before I draw it. Okay, sweet. Thank you. Good God. All right, now I can't draw this island and be very sad. If they go again, I probably flash in a Brazen Borrower. Think I need to get both Volcanics here. It makes sense to me. I mean, this is not doing anything. Stop doing that. All right, I think we're still going to win this game because, good God, we're playing against mono white. But it's close. This Caracas draw was so much more than I could ever have asked for. Just incredible. It's okay. We're going to win with this Brazen Borrower. Nothing matters. Nothing matters. Everything is fine. Yeah, I probably did punt this game pretty hard, though, by not just... I got basically the most greedy, and I wasn't actually allowed to get the most greedy because my opponent... I really didn't think my opponent would play a Kentucky instead of wastelanding me, because I don't really feel like that's correct. But that's what happened, and so maybe I should have played around that. Ooh. Huh. I don't need to do that right now. I also can't do that until I kill this stupid Arbiter. I probably shouldn't do that right away. I should probably Bone Crush this Arbiter first. My opponent has conceded to Lovestruck Beast. Just how we drew it up. Just how we drew it up. Good God. All right, I'm going to bring in another Oko. I don't even have creature removal. I guess I have 4 Bone Crusher Giant and 4 Brazen Borrower. But, all right, I get to take out Pyroblast and Flusterstorm, though, so I need to put something else in my deck. Lucky Clover, I guess. I could Alpine Moon Wasteland, maybe. That's probably reasonable. I could maybe Needle. I don't really want an Alpine Moon Wasteland, though. How can my opponent ever beat this deck? It's so strong. Look at this. It has 5 power and 5 toughness. It's incredible. I tried really hard to lose that game too. I really did. Just didn't cast the 5/5 draw card. Oh my God, how can we lose? Turn 1 Oko. And Edgewall Innkeeper. I bet they just play Mother of Runes and I lose, right? Kataki. Nice Mock Sapphire. It's a sweet Lotus Petal you got there. Kataki kind of annoying against, you know, making food tokens, right? I think I'm still supposed to... Well, I could just turn the Edgewall Innkeeper, I guess. I could pay for a food. It's probably fine to pay for a food and then turn it into an elk. Well, I guess if my opponent plays a Wasteland, I cannot pay for my food token. It's a true statement. Yeah, it's not how I would build mono white either, not me. But we've been over that many times. This thing's a 1/4. My opponent's deck can never beat a 1/4 unless they have a Luminarch Aspirant. Luminarch Aspirant is the best card in their deck. That's true. Who tricked them? All right, I'm getting strip mined. All right, rip the food token. Rip the food token. Does Lurrus play Lumi? I sure hope so. They're not going to attack? I accept. Rest in peace, food token. You tried your hardest. All right, dope. Played around it. Now we can get Ghost Quartered. All right, I guess I can just make a food token again then. I may never have mana in this game, to be fair. I swear to God, I'm gonna get ghost quartered. Zero shot I don't get ghost quartered here. I didn't get ghost quartered. We're safe. I don't think I care. The only card I really care about is Lurrus, right? I can also just give them a food token and take their Thalia. How can they ever beat a Thalia? I think it's probably just better to make an elk. Save down tick to steal Lumi. That's the kind of thinking. I can't cast Force of Will this turn, so shields down. Stealing Thalia does not turn on force. That is not how that card works. Turning off Thalia would have worked. We could have done that. We might do that next turn, depending on what we draw. It would if it was printed today. Leonian Relic Warder. I don't believe I have any artifacts or enchantments. So if you want to exile your Sapphire so you don't have to stop tapping it, be my guest. They will. They have decided the trigger is too much. I love it. 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 My opponent's deck is hilarious. Okay. Shall we play a 1/4? It's not really necessary. I guess we draw a card, right? So it's pretty reasonable. My opponent's so fucking dead, man. They're so dead. I think we're gonna turn off Thalia. Fucking force. They can always Caracas it back to their hand later or whatever, but... Oh my God, they drew the Caracas again. There's one in their deck, right? Yeah, I'll block with my 1/4. All right, now I'm having fun. Now I'm having fun. All it took was us playing against the deck that wouldn't win in a Modern League. Oh my God, they're so dead. They're just so dead, right? What's even our best play? Dak, I guess. I don't really want to Dak anything though. Like, my hand's perfect. I have forces, I have creatures that draw cards. Why would we flash in Borrower when we can play Fae of Wishes? You're gonna bounce your Thalia? Nah, it's better as an elk. Damn right it's better as an elk. They can't beat a 12 loyalty Oko. They're done. They're done. Get them out of here. Get them out of here. Easy victory. Easy victory. Let's get our 50 play points. Come on. All right, here we are. 5th and final round. Can we get 2 wins? I mean, if it's Bug, I don't think Bug can ever beat this deck. Right? Right? How could Bug ever beat this hand? Yeah, this is true. This is true. Yeah, I mean, it's very degenerate for sure. You remove all the stopgaps. Why do I have 2 Karn the Great Creators? That was a mistake. All right, so can we pray for some bug or some Golos or for something? Actually, this hand probably would not beat Golos. Let's pray for some bug or some Jeskai. I mean, we have a sick curve out, you know? Edgewall Innkeeper into Edgewall Innkeeper Heart's Desire into Lovestruck Beast Strawtooth. It's a nice curve. We got misstepped! No fear. My opponent's like, you don't have an Ancestral Recall. Misstep that shit. Bug? Is it bug? Oh god. They have 5 mana. Okay, I have Force back up now. Am I playing? Yeah, I am doing that. That is happening. How about another Edgewall Innkeeper? How does that make you feel? Hard cast Force. How about should I even cast Heart's Desire, or is that exposing myself too much to Flusterstorm? I think that's fine. Why wouldn't I fetch? I have to fetch to make green green. What do you want from me? I'm not a magician. I can't just magically, you know, make green mana with my Scalding Tarn. My opponent only has 3 cards in hand, so... Oh. I don't know, I'm just shortcutting. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have fetched before. Yeah, there's no reason to fetch beforehand. Yes, whatever. So cool. You come here for correct play on a Wednesday night? No, you come here for Edgewall Innkeeper. My opponent could lose this game. Like, think about the value we're about to achieve. You do 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 do. Thanks. I appreciate that, Broccoli. They have 6 mana in play. Basic math. We are pretty deep into this. Lagunitas. How heavy is this? Is it a 10er? An 8er. Lotus. I mean, we don't even know they're on bug. Could be anything. Every deck in the format plays Scalding Tarn, Misty, Sapphire, Lotus. That's just called a vintage deck. Well, I'm going to cast this. No, I think we're favored versus bug. I don't think that's an exaggeration. I think this deck should be favored versus bug. I'm not attacking into an Endurance, though. I guess it's not an Endurance. No, it's bug. Abrupt Decay on my Lovestruck Beast. Resolves. Resolves. We can't ever lose this game. My opponent is on bug and we're on adventures. How can bug ever beat adventures here? Do it. Hardcast Force on my deck, Baden. Yeah. Resolves. Resolves. Yep. You got it. Absolutely. This is what I wanted the whole time. This was what the whole video was supposed to be, but instead we just got tinkered on and doomsdayed. And I was sad. Yes. Fucking bug players, man. Yeah, I don't really care. If they counter this is fine. I'd rather be able to pitch this Delta than anything else. What the fuck? All right, I didn't really want that to happen. I didn't really want that to happen. That was not in the playbook, but I ran into it. Yeah, it's okay. I'm on a 6-turn clock with my two 1/1s. They've drawn a lot of lands, but not a lot of wastelands. Right, if you have one card, I can always hardcast Force on an endurance. So yeah, I mean, Bug can't really beat cards. So to be fair, they have an entirely reactive hand that does nothing. Oh wait, their deck is sick. Never mind. Never mind, chat. Are we have some stomps in our deck though. Okay, all right, okay. I think I have to. No, I don't. I can just hard cast a Force here because if they have a counter spell and they activate on the next turn, I guess I would lose. Maybe I have to force pitch Force here. I think I have to force pitch Force because it's really bad for me if I get like flustered or pierced or dazed. That's a really bad draw. Yeah, I don't think I think it's definitely an arguable position whether you're supposed to hard cast or pitch. But Jesus Christ. Okay. Yeah, I guess I should have hard cast a Force maybe. All right, well I have 4 stomps and 4 petty thefts in my deck. I hate this game so much. I do feel like I have drawn incredibly bad. I do feel like I've been fairly unlucky. I did let my Dak Vaden get spell snared. Oh, they have a Mystic Sanctuary in their deck. That's cool. Puts a Misstep on top. Yeah. Well, the problem is I want to draw the bad cards. I'm drawing the mana instead of the bad cards. Like, I have probably 12 bad cards I could have drawn here. Any of my wish creatures, any of my stomps, any of my borrowers. Like, everything is good here except for mana. They're not even playing Lurrus. That's kind of weird. I really liked Lurrus in that deck. Oh my god, I could have won. No, they have a misstep. Never mind. If they didn't have a misstep, if they had sacked, no, they have 5 creatures. Never mind. They have 4 Narcomoebas. I was saying if they sacked a therapy, I could blast the other one or something. All right, so I'm gonna put Needle in the main and leave the trap in the board. And then Oko in the main, Clover out, Beast out. Maybe I could play more Flusters and Blasts because they're, counter magic deck, but they're not. Fluster Blast is fine. Maybe you play more Flusters and Blasts and take out a beast and I don't know, Clover or something. Yeah, I think I had probably way more than half my deck would have been winning card draws, but I just drew mana. It's not always the case where like my bad creatures are actively good for me. But that was definitely the case where it would have been very good to have a Bone Crusher Giant or a Brazen Borrower. I'm really sad though, because this matchup seems worse than Bug would be. Maybe not. I like the Hermit Druid decks. I think they're pretty close to playable, and the more that Dredge gets pushed out of the format, the more likely that Hermit Druid's playable. The more people like cut their graveyard hate, better off it is. Though it's pretty bad against Deathrite Shaman, so maybe it's just shit still. Too much Deathrite Shaman. I think the cool part about the deck was you could definitely board into a just like a Thassa's Oracle combo deck where you like played a bunch of Thassa's Oracles and you didn't use the graveyard. So I don't know. I really liked my Lurrus Hermit Druid deck. I thought it was pretty sweet. I'm trying to confused why they don't have Lurrus. Does that mean they have like Oko and Narset maybe? I guess that would make sense, but I didn't see any Ogres or Narsets when they flipped their deck over, did we? I don't believe I saw any. Stomp your Hermit Druid. Misdirection? We are just getting fucking ranched tonight. Pyroblast, Brazen. I mean, I really needed a land drop, to be honest. Well, I drew all that mana last game, but now I got all the action.
Adventure time. Come on, grab your friends.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, this deck... I still feel like this deck should have been better than it was. I just feel like this deck really isn't as bad as this league went. But I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm misevaluating. I feel like we did not play against... like, obviously, Mono White seems like a great matchup, but I kind of wanted to play against Real Bug. Maybe Golos wasn't a super good matchup, but I wanted to at least try Golos. It feels more achievable than Doomsday. The Witch. The Witch. I mean, this is the metagame, though. Like, I think the current metagame is the best metagame for this. That's why I chose to do it now. In Premier events, 40% of the field is Golos and Bug. Add on another 8% Jeskai. More than half the field is Golos, Bug, and Jeskai. Maybe I'm supposed to bounce Borrower there. It's possible. I guess I risk my opponent demonicking for a Oracle and then killing us with the Oracle. But how can I play around that? I can bounce this with the Oracle. I had to have bounced this last turn. I guess I could bounce it right now. I have Fluster back up now. I guess I should wait until they do something with it and see what they're trying to do. You can't bounce your Stompy guy. But your Brazen Borrower only bounces an opponent controls because it's lame. And a new card. They don't make new cards powerful anymore. They're all gimped. Can't be, I mean, it can be misdirected, but it has to be misdirected to one of their things. Yeah, to my stuff, I mean, the Witch is a pretty hard card to use. I'm not exactly sure what my opponent's going to go for here. Because it's for those who don't know, it's a Demonic Consultation on a stick. So you have to discard a card, and then you get to Demonic Consultation. But that exiles 6 cards. So you might, and it exiles cards off the top. So you might reveal a card you need in your 2-card combo. Time to find out. They have a Tabernacle boarded in. Weird. All right, so what are they going to name? That's the question. Thassa's Oracle, maybe? So I would assume they named Thassa's Oracle, because then on the next turn they could go land. Yeah, they named Thassa's Oracle. And they did hit one of their Thassa's Oracles with the Witch. So I think I'm supposed to bounce this so they can't go Oracle activate. I probably should have done this on their end step before, but at least now I have Flusterstorm back up, so. But all they need to do is replay their Witch, and then on the next turn do it again. So it's not great for us. I have to kind of find another removal spell. So I'm probably going to lose, but maybe they don't have, it looks like they don't have a land, so that's kind of nice. But unfortunately, I've never was able to establish a clock. So if they draw a land, I die. I guess I should probably play Dak. Maybe I should play a clock. I don't think we're going to win this game, even though I play 4 stomps against my opponent's 1/1s deck, which is not great for the home team. Yeah, I guess we could do that too. Then we can just get Spell Pierced. It'll be fun. It's your stomp. Well, kill me if you can, I guess. It was a brutal league. It was an absolutely brutal league. All right, they killed me. They top decked Mox. Yeah, you got it. You got it. They should really play Lurrus. Oh well. was a shit show. 4 Saga 2 Clamp. That doesn't solve the deck's problems. The deck's problem was we just lost a combo over and over again. Like, we should be able to beat the decks on the ground. The creature problem isn't a problem. We've got creatures covered. It's the Doomsday and Tinker turn 1 killing us every game. We probably need to play like 2 Negation, 4 Flusterstorm. Oh damn! Thanks, Broccoli. Appreciate that. Congrats on the subs, everyone. Yeah. What if we replaced the fun cards and just played a rug deck that was already pretty medium in vintage? Agreed. All right, so wrapping this up. Yeah, it didn't work. My opponent's combo decks were too much for me to deal with, and we only got to play against creatures once, and it was great. We did destroy Mono White, so there was a small solace of just copium, something. But for the most part, this just did not really work. I thought that some forces would be, and a Fluster and a Pyroblast would be enough to give us time to like Lucky Clover, Fae of Wishes, but none of that really happened, and we just died on turn 1 and turn 2 and got vintage pretty hard, I guess. So it was a cool idea, but in the end, it was just a cool idea and nothing more. Sad day.